You're watching the Experience Comic Culture and Sales, streaming live daily to Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter.
Sharing. Hi guys.
Hello.
I'm sorry, I'm so slow. As
It's
you see,
okay. I forgot to add you to your own stream.
We're having a day.
Pardon me while I go get caffeine.
Good idea. Good idea. You get your caffeine going. Well, I guess we'll get books going.
Yeah.
Hey, see what I did there?
Slow at introducing the show, fast at reading.
Yeah, so we had so many books. What was it, like 19, 20 bucks?
19.
Oh my god.
I only read 12 of them.
I read a few too. 1 or 9. Give or take.
Yeah.
Give or take, I think. Is that what I read?
9.
Did I really read that many?
Yeah.
Oh my god. There were a lot of really good books this week, guys. Like, really good books.
Like I said, 1 or 19.
By the way, anybody who's joining us really early, we are doing a giveaway today. Make sure you hit that hashtag CommunityEXP. And then we'll see what we're giving away later. There were so many books. I guess we should start this.
Yeah.
Do you want to go first?
Oh boy. I'll start with Indigo Children.
Okay.
This was one that I was actually pretty excited to read. Indigo Children, number 1. So I don't know if anyone has ever heard of what Indigo Children are. It's like, allegedly they're like children that have superpowers, or are just more in tuned with things. And there's this kid, Alexi. There's this kid, Alexi, who might be an Indigo child, and a journalist like gets a tip off about him. And he's like, okay, well, I'm going to go find this kid and see if he actually does have powers. Yeah.
Okay.
And his journey is like, everyone's like, okay, yeah, I'll talk to you about this. You were never here. I think you need to leave.
What?
Yeah, and he has to go to a town that's like secretive, that's like supposed to, it's kind of like a witness protection for people that are like KGB types. But the whole town is like that. It's not just 1 or 2 people. It's everyone in that town. And it's like, oh yeah, Mr. Journalist, go here. And you might find what you're looking for.
Shared it.
I don't want to say any more than that because it gets very crazy. And at the end, it's like, oh, so this is why this is why people are hush-hush about this. I'm pretty excited to see the rest of Indigo Children. I'm excited. It's crazy.
I don't know why it made me instantly think of that song, This Is Why, by Paramore. It's like, this is why I don't leave the house. It's like, nah, man, we're not going anywhere. What's up, EX? Hey, Edward and Forrest. Hello, Lucia. Thank you for being a new supporter right there. Awesome. Super excited. I guess I need to talk about a book. Speaking of superpowers, let's talk about the ambassadors from Image. Right here. So this is one of those, it made me think of it. Oh, okay. Okay, so the ambassadors from Image are Mark Millar, and Frank, I'm probably going to say his name wrong, but I thought it was Quietly. Is it Quietly? Is that how you say his name? Right?
That is correct.
Okay. Dope. Okay, so there is, as it says on the cover, there are 8 billion people on the planet, which is crazy to me because there is. Like, I can't believe there is actually that many people on the planet right now. That's crazy. And so we have this chick right here. I forgot her name. But so
she's a super smart billionaire.
Yeah, no. Kind of. So her and her husband were developing the alterations of like humans is the best way to put it, right?
Yeah.
Because you get to
Yeah, I was excited for that book too. Flip through it.
Flip through it. But so she's like, her body is in prison, right? But guess what? She's not there. She's over here. Ooh, an illusion, but not really. And she's like, yeah, by the time I'm done talking to you, that body won't be there anymore. And that body is not there anymore, kind of. And so she's like, yeah, so I'm just going to pick a couple of peoples and I'm going to give them powers because I'm petty. I was like, pettiness. What did I put? I put the actual tagline. I was like, pettiness gets you superpowers. That's how it felt in that one. Because like it starts off at the beginning with a monkey getting, just wants to be eaten, just wants to drink and eat. Just let the monkey drink and eat.
Just chill.
That's all he wants. That's all it is. Jay, are you ever not working? I think it's Kyle today. To find people, there are 8 billion humans. Okay, I see what you did there. And so, yeah, she's just going to randomly pick some people. And then at one point, I think there's a handful of people already out there who already do have powers.
It did give that feeling that maybe that was the case, but it seems like she specifically is going to pick 6 people.
Yeah.
And then that's
gonna be it.
That's my little group. You don't have to don't have to be a millionaire, you don't have to be hot. Who cares?
No, there's no competition. I'm just gonna randomly pick people. I'll be watching you. And then while reading this, I kept thinking, it always feels like somebody's watching me. And I'm like, why? Why are you watching me? I don't want superpowers.
I'll take them.
You'll take them? Can you give her my superpowers?
Take both, yeah.
Yes, I like it.
Yeah, and it is Mark Millar, which thanks to Jenna, you got me into Nemesis.
Oh, yeah.
So honestly, I feel like if you like Nemesis, then you will definitely like this. This is going to be...
It's so good.
And I feel like it's going to... Later on, I feel like it's going to be just as gory and crazy.
And I'm excited.
I love it.
I'm excited. I don't know. There was one scene in the book that was teeth.
Yeah.
It was teeth.
It's fine.
Okay, what's next? Like I said, we had a lot of books today.
Yeah,
a lot.
Okay. This one.
Oh yeah, there were. I remember that.
Okay, and this is X-Men Unforgiven, which this is the first bit. And last month, I think I read Spider-Man Unforgiven, and this is basically a vampire arc. And this follows immediately after Spider-Man Unforgiven. And basically the X-Men and Jubilee, who was a vampire, they're investigating some mutants that have been mutilated and like what's going on. And they do explain at some point, which I feel like this will be important later, is like Jean Grey, like she's like, oh, I can't tell if there's any vampires here because their minds are like immune. Especially if they're really angry.
Rude.
And it's like, oh, okay. I'll keep that in mind.
Oh, Metallica Unforgiven.
X-Men. X-Men Unforgiven has vampires. But yeah, so then the vampires, they come in and they're like, yeah, we are mad. We need to investigate one of our own being killed. So X-Men, like, you guys want to help out?
Yeah.
So they team up. And it looks like there's just a lot that's going on. Honestly, like there's I can't remember the name now. My brain just died immediately.
Triple B, what's up?
The curator is in this, like the man that found Frankenstein, and he's mad. And then there's a dude that seems to be recruiting vampires for the wrong reasons, and he's insane. And it just looks like, oh man, it's just gonna be a lot. And the next one in the series will be Captain America Unforgiven.
Oh no.
So I'm excited to see how the Cap is involved. Oh, well, no, I won't say anything. Just, I'm excited to see where it goes.
Oh my gosh. Hey, Triple B, what is up?
This is probably gonna be like the Sons of Sinister where I keep up with it.
Yeah.
It's going to be the
same.
same.
It makes me wonder, did you ever read the DC series I, Vampire?
No.
Oh, okay. Because It's good. It's like I think it's like 4 or 5 trades. But anyways, I don't know why it kind of reminds me of that, where they're just like
Because it's got vampires. Probably. But yeah, it's a cool little vampire arc. I'm excited to see where it goes.
Does it feel kind of like a mystery of like who done it?
Well, no, they do say who done it
Oh,
in the Spider-Man thing, but in case someone hadn't read it, I didn't want to be like,
yeah,
oh,
good call.
Yeah.
Okay.
because this follows immediately after. I wouldn't say that they're necessarily separate.
Okay. I need to read that now.
Yeah,
Entire Unforgiven series.
there's only 2 out. So
There's
you're
only
good.
2 out. I can catch up.
Spider-Man in this.
Oh my gosh. Okay. So let's talk about the Saturday morning adventures from IDW. This one is Dungeon and Dragons. I am not going to tell the fibs of I probably wasn't the best person to read this, but I enjoyed reading it.
Well,
It was definitely interesting. Huh?
I said Edward was like, hey,
Oh,
I
hey.
want to hear about that.
Oh, cool. Yay. By David Brewer. I love everything that he does. I really do. I've loved everything that person has put out. Kanto, bloody well, all the so good. So getting to read this, it was kind of cool for me because I am not the biggest knower of Dungeons and Dragons lore and mythology, I guess is the best way to put it. But it was really cool. So it starts off with our group right here that's on the main cover are having a quick little rest, just a little resty poo, a little nap, and a little bit of food. And their dungeon master shows up and he's like, "Oh, take yourselves a little rest." And they're like, "Where are you going?" And he's like, "Take a rest." And so that's what they're doing. They're taking a little rest. And all of a sudden, monsters everywhere. Rah, 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 rah. And then random portal. And they jump into portal and things are going to go just downhill from there.
So
I feel it.
Is the dungeon a lie?
They're in the forest, so I'm guessing.
That was a portal reference. Like the cake is a lie.
The dungeon feels like a lie.
Okay.
So we have our group. They all look awesome. They all seem pretty awesome. I can't wait to read more about it. I am going to keep up with the series because again, where's the portal going? Where'd all those monsters come from?
Is the art on the cover like that?
Yeah, that's exactly what's on the
cool.
inside. Yeah. So here I can show you guys a little closer. The art on the cover is the same on the inside. Definitely interesting. I want to know who threw the portal. Where'd the portal come from? What's going on? That was my favorite cartoon ever. Nice. But where's the portal going? Where'd it come from?
I assume it came from the master.
They didn't know. I don't know. We don't know. I don't know. All I know is like their dungeon master shows up and like, "Hey, dungeon master," and he's like, "Take a rest. Take yourselves a little rest." I'm like, okay. So basically, these kids were on a D&D roller coaster when a portal opened up on the back and sucked them into the world of D&D. And the whole cartoon was them trying to find the portal back home. I don't think they're going home with this. It's definitely an evil DM. It feels like it. I don't think it's the portal home because you got to kind of see it and it looked like medieval stuff. So I don't think it was home. But I don't know where they're going.
Could have been a medieval roller coaster they were on. Who knows?
Oh no. I'm gonna have to find that cartoon now. I'm gonna have to find that cartoon. All right, your turn. I just find the cartoon.
Okay. Actually, let me make sure that I have this pulled up because yes. Okay, so sorry, ignore me. Can I hear one up? Avengers Beyond. No, I'm sure it's not, but I loved it so much.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so next thing is Avengers Beyond. And this apparently is immediately after All Out Avengers number 5. So it's like one of those where here's this bit, here's 5 of the comics, here's this bit, here's 5, that sort of thing. So I am missing some context, just a heads up. But from my understanding, the Avengers, they were doing missions and stuff, but losing their memory on a consistent basis. Rude. And they thought it was because of a virus from a bad guy named Autocrat.
Hashtag rude.
Yeah. I will say I did immediately like this comic because She-Hulk just suplexes the dude.
Oh.
Yeah, that's like the first page. It's like he's just saying some stuff and she's like suplex. And it's like, yeah, I'm down for it. Totally down for it. So they're starting to lose their memory again.
Rude.
And then they kind of get it back when the Beyonder shows up. And he's just like, hey guys, so things are happening, and I was wondering if you could like maybe help me fight this crazy dude who's even stronger than I am. And I have like omniscient god powers. So yeah, there's going to be a lot of fighting in this series.
That looks so good.
Yeah, and I do want to make a note. I've with reading the comics that I've been reading, Thor sometimes pops up, and he did pop up in this. I love how in every single comic that I've read, his text is specifically done.
Yeah,
in like,
he has his own like font.
Like this is Thor's.
Yeah,
I really love that. But yeah, this seems like it's going to be a fun little ride. However, I don't know what it is about the Beyonder. There's something about him I don't like. I don't know. Maybe it's his attitude. But there's just something that immediately is like, I think he's going to get on my nerves.
I'm trying to remember.
But I think the fighting will be fun.
Yeah.
And I'm curious to see if how they're going to defeat something that's more powerful than
all of them.
Than an omniscient god.
Oh my god. Speaking of more powerful than a god. Clobber time, number 1. All right, so in this one, it starts off with the Watcher, the banished Watcher. You know, the guy who sits there up on the moon, like watching everything going on, like a weirdo. Yeah, this one is the banished one. He's like, oh, I was banished because I meddled. Oh, and you're just like, does that make you the meddler instead of the Watcher? See medals. Anyways, so he's like, hey, Candace, what's up? So he's telling the story where we have the thing here, and they are, finally taking a minute. They're sitting down for brunch with Reed, but Reed's got his head stretched out somewhere else, like looking at something because something in his machine is messed up.
Just like the idea of him being like, oh, there's something pretty out the window.
That's pretty much what he said. He was like, oh, I don't like that. And he just stretched his head all the way up into the building. And they're standing there like, oh, Jim, what's up? And he's like, yo, what's up? Bruce, how you be? He's like, oh, yeah, that's brunch break talk for you. And let me say, insert Price is Right loser, the meddler. Anyway, so they're sitting there. Somebody portals in. He's like, oh, somebody's breaking in, and Reed's up in the building. Like, that doesn't make any sense. And then they start knocking the dude out, and all of a sudden he opens a portal and he pushes the two of them in, and then he just disappears. And yeah, now there's these like tiny little green dudes that are just like, thanks for joining us, but you've joined us at the moment of our annihilation. That's the exact words that they said. And of course, the thing over here and Bruce are just like, what do you mean the moment of your annihilation? Wait, what's happening? And they turn around and look, and guess what? There's a whole bloody well like horde of just like, there's this giant like monster thing, and they're just like, smash time. They smash them. And they're like, oh, well, don't forget this giant army of thousands of them because they took our Sorcerer Supreme. So what do they have to do? What do they have to do? They Hulk out, and it's Hulk smash time. Yeah. I'm going to leave it at that because it's just...
Would you say that it's clobbering time?
Yeah. I do think that we need a shirt that says like Minute To Skim It on the front of it. I'm missing some context.
Probably. Or just a shirt that's missing some context.
Missing some context, yes.
There's always a little bit of context to this.
Just a little bit.
Too many things to read.
And then, of course, the whole time, the bloody well, the meddler is what I'm going to call him from now on, is just like narrating it. And you could tell that Bruce here and the thing are just like, dude, shut it. And I'm like, oh, they can hear him too? Ooh. He's not a very good watcher now, is he? He's not a very good meddler either. He's just like that weird, annoying voice in your ear.
No, he's that person that live tweets stuff.
Oh, God.
And it's like, dude, it just came out.
Yeah.
And you're spoiling everything.
Yeah.
You're not hashtagging it spoilers.
You have to point hashtag spoilers. Yes. Okay. Next. There's so many good books. So many good books.
It really was. And it's like, I'm trying to be like, okay, I want to talk about this, but not too much.
I know.
I could spend all the time talking about everything.
Well, I'm waiting. My last book You're gonna have to like cut the show because I won't stop.
We'll go into the new book show and it's like, okay,
I'm still talking.
not done. I'll get to trade paperbacks in a second. So this is Dead Boy Detectives number 4. And this is by, which I'm so sorry if I mispronounce these names, Pornsec Pishashot?
What?
Yeah.
Pichette Show.
Pishashot. Okay. And then Javier Rodriguez did the art. And I believe that Pishashot, I believe that he's an Eisner winner.
That sounds right.
I think I read that today. Of full disclosure, I started this series today because I was like, oh, I can catch up and I like the art. I'm gonna do it.
So I think I've been reading it.
So I read the 4th one today. I won't give too much away, but the gist is there's 2 dead boys and they're detectives. I mean, that literally is the gist.
Yeah.
They're ghosts, but they're just like regular ghosts. But everything right now is kind of weird in Los Angeles where they are. Ghosts are now turning, instead of just turning into regular American ghosts, which we just have like, you're dead.
Yeah.
Spooky. They're turning into Thai ghosts, like ghosts from Thailand, and they have a lot of different types of ghosts. And it's pretty crazy.
I'm trying to say this word ghostesses.
With each issue, you learn a little bit about each, about the 2.
Oh, Alfie. Alfie.
I've read some Sandman. But, so you learn a little bit about the 2 dead boys and the other ghosts that they're with. And this one focuses on, I don't know if it's pronounced Jay or Jai, her backstory and how she came to be a ghost and how she's perceiving everyone around her, like the other ghosts that she's hanging out with. It's really good, but it's kind of, this one's actually kind of sad.
Oh no.
But I do highly recommend getting into the series, and it's only 4 issues so far. It will be easy to catch up, and it immediately just grabbed me.
It's
so
serious.
it's
Everything
really
that comes
good.
out of the Sandman universe has been bloody well right.
I love it.
All right, let's do the. All right, Ed Weird, are you ready? Because this is a long title. I made sure I got the whole title just for you.
The 5th book of that book that he keeps.
I needed to read that. Oh no, that's okay. Ed Weird, here's your long title for this week. Grim Fairy Tales, Myth and Legends Quarterly, The Black Knight, Fate of Legends. Oh, snap! There you go. Or as it says up there, Black Knight one-shot from Zenoscope. So this is the Grim Fairy Tales, Myth and Legends, Black Knight, Fates of Legends. Oh my gosh. Whew. What was that? I missed it. I said it twice now. I've said it twice. 72 pages of content is too many pages of content. I liked it. I actually really enjoyed this. Because it kind of goes back to the storytelling of some of the earlier stuff that they did. It definitely reminded me of like early Black Knight. So we have the big bad. Where did I put you? Where did I put the name? I can't find the name of the big bad. So we have this one girl. She's in Wonderland. She's causing havoc. She's eating people. She comes across Morgan Le Fay and is all like, rah! But Morgan Le Fay like protects herself, except for everything around her gets destroyed when this girl turns into said monster. Right? Right. Okay, good. We're set up. And then all of a sudden, Cool Gamer, what's up? So all of a sudden, like, we have our main character. She's just won her case because she's a lawyer in New York. She's just won her case. And this dude's like following her, just like, doop, 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 following you, gonna kill you, doop, doop, stalker vibes. And she goes in the alleyway, turns into Black Knight. She's like, what are you doing with her big old sword? And he starts running away. And she's like, really? You stalked me all this time and now you're running away? Rude. And then she gets sucked into Wonderland. And no, yes, it is Wonderland where she gets sucked into. Again, I don't know why I write notes. I can't even read my own name.
That's why. You get your handy dandy notebook. That has, it's all of this is only comic book notes.
I do. I need a separate notebook for them. So now that she's been sucked into there, She's like, Morgan, why did you call me here? And Morgan's like, yo, I didn't. It's not me. I didn't call you here. I don't know why you're here, but since you're here, I could use your help. I'm hunting down the most dangerous being like ever. This girl going across, just like decimating everything, death and destruction. And then, she runs into the knights, and it's like Camelot Knights. So she's in Camelot now. She jumps over, and she still doesn't trust Morgan Le Fay. She's like, I'm gonna put you in this dungeon, and ain't nobody ever gonna like see or hear from you again, right? And so she gets to where this dungeon is supposed to be, but there ain't nothing left except for a monk who's had because what the girl did was she stuck her fingers into his brain, so that way she was all like, oh, now I know everything. All your secrets trying to keep from me. I know them now because I put my fingers in your brainy bits. Yum, 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 yum. Oh, just like that too. And so there she goes. She's going off again to destroy something else because that's what she do. And, the knight shows up with Morgan. She's like, I was hoping, I'm so glad you dudes are okay. I was hoping to put her in the dungeon. And the dudes are like, it's underneath this rubble. No way to put Morgan away. Yeah. But this is the monster that the little girl turns into. The green one on the background. Her mouth opens up all Predator style.
Nice.
Actually, it kind of reminded me of the vampires from Blade 2. Where they're like, rah, rah, rah.
Except bigger.
Yeah, except really big.
And
Really, really big.
scaly?
Lots of teeth. So we find out who her actual father is, because this whole time she's like, I'm on my way home. I need to figure out where my home is. And everybody's talking about how this huge insanity is taking over Wonderland. And I'm like, oh, stop right there. It's been insane for centuries. And apparently she's the daughter of the insanity. Yeah, it's good. Oh, there's a huge fallout at the end of it. Oh, the epic battle. Morgan being Morgan. Except for helpful this time.
So Morgan not being Morgan.
But chaotic.
Oh, okay. Chaotic good.
Yeah, okay.
I mean, speaking of D&D.
Yeah, so definitely pick it up. It was good. It's a nice one shot because it's again one of their quarterlies. It is again, like I've been saying about the Zenescope books for a while now, they look like they're trying to build up to another really big overarching story that's going to come across all of the realms again. So definitely pick this up.
Another
really
huge company-wide.
Yeah. That's what it feels like it's building into. Because from Van Helsing, from Robin Hood, Black Knight, feels like they're all kind of little bits of this is all kind of crossing over. Now you don't have to get the other books. This is again a one shot, but there's little things where you're like, oh, I see that. I have Timmy agrees. Okay, what's next? Whew. Lots of books. You want to do toy?
Yeah, toys.
Yeah, and fun. Okay.
Well, I don't know. Unless you can't do the thingy.
What thing?
The putting up the stuff?
Toy?
No, whatever. Okay, next book is toy.
Oh, okay. I was so confused. I'm like, what's happening?
No, it's all good.
Okay.
But toy. And it was really cute. It was just really cute. And it was definitely a little breath of fresh air after reading Dead Boy. But so with Toy is a bunny, and he's the greatest inventor of toys.
Bunny!
Yes, bunny.
Okay, I'm ready.
Okay. And then there's this cat, Lily Buttercup, who's just money hungry. Oh my god! And she's got a group of goons in her office, and one of them is a retired wrestler.
Is that the cat? Is that the cat on the cover?
Yeah.
Oh my god! And there's the bunny. Look at them.
Yeah, but she's getting angry because she's losing money to Toy. They figured out, oh, Toy, he's making toys and they're awesome, and that's why we're losing money. And she's like, toys can't make toys.
Rude.
Take care of this. But yeah, it is super cute and silly and fun, and it's just, I really liked it. It's probably not something I would normally pick up, but it's just so fun. Oh, and there's fart jokes, so I definitely loved it. I'm easily won over with just a
really nicely timed one.
or it doesn't even have to be nicely timed. Just a fart joke.
That's adorable.
Yeah, no, it's
They're
really cute.
adorable. There's the kitties and the bunnies and the toys. And then let's talk about something probably not as adorable.
Yeah.
Oh shoot, I've gotten past all of my like bloody ones, haven't I? Let's talk about how the world is destroyed and gone.
Right now.
Did you do Jeff yet? I'm not doing Jeff yet, okay? I need to time myself. All right, so this is Don't Spit in the Wind. You guys have probably seen over on TikTok, I've actually done this. They actually had a coffee come out with it.
I was trying to figure out why that sounded so familiar.
From Mad Cave. So this was so bloody good. So we're on Earth. Nobody else is on Earth. The only way you can be on Earth is if you're in one of these mech suits. Now, what the people are doing is that Jen said she ordered me one of every DVD giver, so I have to claim them tonight. Or do I have some that never done this before? If she already said that she ordered you one, then it will end up in your pile when they are in. So you will not have to call one tonight if one is going to be in your stack. Anywho, so don't spend your. This is exactly what the art is like on the inside too. Like I'll show you guys a little closer. So nobody is on Earth because it is completely destroyed and all, toxic and radioactive and everything like that. So what are they doing? They're on Earth collecting all that toxic waste and turning it into coffee.
Oh, delicious.
It is, and I love coffee. I already drank my coffee for today. I can't show you guys. I have at least between 1 and 5 coffees a day. So I love coffee. That might be why I'm a little crazy. Anywho, so it talks about he's there on Earth. They're picking up their stuff. There are different units on Earth. And flying by on one of the ships that takes the stuff to the deposits is his girlfriend. They're trying to save money so they can live in an apartment and then they can get married. Because I guess you can't get married until you're living something. That part wasn't explained too much. And he gets a, hey, unit blah blah, go check on unit blah. And he's like, oh, it's the end of my shift, but fine, I'll go check on unit blah. So he's like walking over there and he's not finding anything. And then all of a sudden these deformed locusts come out of nowhere. Deformed. And so he takes out like fire for deformed locusts, which I completely agree with. I don't like locusts. And these ones were deformed and they had noms. And so he's just like, fire! And there they go. And he finds the other unit. Maybe. Kind of. He finds their radio signal. Yeah, so pick up this book. It's really good. Mad Cave does really good books.
If I miss a call during the show, it's because I'm reading.
Okay. All right, what's next? I just realized we have our book. So good. Yes. Okay.
Star Wars, Jabba's Palace.
Rude.
And we all know Jabba the Hutt, the gangster crime lord, which I've never heard him described as that, but they describe him that way in this book, and it's like, yeah, I guess so. So we actually focus on this little guy, this little robot, ADM, and I love him.
May nothing bad ever happened to him.
Well, actually, the book starts off with, so this is about my death.
Well, of course it is.
Which sounds like a spoiler, but that's literally the first page. It's like, yeah, I'm ADM, and this is how I came to die.
Oh, because of Jabba.
Yeah.
Warlord criminal.
He's like a translator robot, and he translates for Jabba. And, so he meets loads of various powerful people all the time. And he meets this guy, Sylvan Khan, and he's a Twi'lek? The people with the stuff.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And he's like one of those dudes that's like super manipulative, and like he'll offer you something that's too good to be true, but you'll do it, and then it is too good to be true.
Of course.
So he offers ADM, like, hey, if you do me 3 favors, then I'll do you a favor that you really want. Like, so a really big favor for 3 favors. So
Very small.
yeah, just
small.
small. Like, I just need you to
I need you to die.
maybe manipulate some people,
Oh my god.
do my bidding type stuff. But yeah, which I don't want to say exactly each thing because that gives away way too much of the story. But I love ADM. I love that little guy.
He's going to die. Stop loving him.
I can't help it.
He's going to die.
I can't help it. Like, I don't know, the way that they drew him and the way that I don't know, I just loved it. I love little ADM. So y'all need to pick it up and fall in love with him too.
So he can die. You're signing up for heartbreak.
But
You're signing up for heartbreak.
it's an issue 1, which means that he could die multiple times. Or who knows? Maybe there's other ADMs. ADLMNOP.
Okay.
But yeah, I like it. I pick it up.
Oh gosh, he's going to die. It says it in the first page.
Face. Look at his little face.
It kind of reminds me of Bicentennial Man.
Oh, yes.
All right, next we're gonna do Venom Lethal Protector. Cool. Guess I have to buy the issue. Yes, you do. So this is Venom Lethal Protector number 1. Now, I am not gonna lie. I read this book and I had to stop and I was like, is this one of those words? Is this a thing? It is not a thing because I had to research it. So it's I believe it's written by the creator. Is that what it was? It's written by like the original team. It's a new story done in the old school way of like how Venom Lethal Protector was originally written. Was it, Kyle, you may have to help me on this. I cannot remember if it was in 93 or 95. Do you remember? Do you know?
No, but it was written by Sam De La Rosa, or drawn by Sam De La Rosa. He's a
Thank
friend.
you. Okay. But it's done in that style, and it reads just like the original story, but it is a new side story. It's a new story. Hold on. By the way, what made me so happy was in the beginning. So Venom's like, oh, that's Silver Sable. She knows how to protect herself. I don't need to help her. And then like he hears a voice of like, no. And he's like, Pablo? And he comes in to protect Pablo, and the 2 teams that are fighting, they're like, oh, retreat. We didn't know there was a monster. We thought it was just humans. And so then they retreat, and Venom takes Pablo away from the fight. And he's like, what are you doing? Like, what are you doing? I already got you out of your last mess. What are you doing? Stop it. Nobody gets a third chance. This is rare. Take it and go. So what does Pablo do? Pablo makes another mess, and Venom's just like, I'm not saving you no more. I'm not saving you no more. Like, come on, dude. Come on. And one of my favorite lines from the first half of the book was, oh man, where'd they get all these guns? Guns are us. Man, I could really use a Guns are us right now. And I'm like, Guns are us is not real, even in the Marvel universe, right? Right?
Yeah, there's loads of gun stores.
Yeah, there's loads of gun stores, but none of them are called Guns are us, is it?
I mean, I don't know. I haven't been to every gun store. I could not tell you.
If you asked when the original came out, it was 93. Sorry. Oh, okay. Thank you, Jay. 93 is when the original one came out. And the art style is literally exactly, if you've read it, that's the art. And it reads just like I read it and I was like, did I miss an issue of the original run? Because it felt like no cell phones. There's no it felt that in 93, like the original was. So yeah, it was really good. I enjoyed it. If you want to have more of the original Venom story, Lethal Protector storyline, definitely pick this up. Add it to your pull too, because like I said, I was mistaken and I had to go look it up because it said Venom Lethal Protector. We've already had a storyline called Venom Lethal Protector, so I had to look it up. I had to do the research, and as the person who did the research for you guys, pick this up. It's a new storyline. I want to go to war. I'm a Guns N' Roses. I want to go to war. I'm a Guns N' Roses kids. There's a million guns, and guns are us that you can shoot with. Yes, super excited. Everybody over on Facebook and everybody else, Jinjin actually has his books coming out, and he's got some really amazing action figures coming out too. Definitely check him out. He's so amazing. And I think we actually got to talk before. We talked about. Did we talk about Onigiri for like half an hour? I think it was. It was good. It was good. It was nice. I enjoyed it. It was actually here on the experience that we talked about it too. Cool.
So, this is Songs for the Dead, Afterlife. And it's a pretty thick book. And I believe it's a one-shot. It's about Bethany and her buds, Elisar and Jonas. And they're on crazy journey, and on that journey they end up finding like this place that's kind of like where necromancers are supposed to hang out and be cool. Ooh. But because of the view that people have of necromancers, it's not cool to be there. So Bethany's whole thing is that she wants to just be good and show people like, hey, necromancers are fine. There's nothing bad about us. We're just necromancers. It's not a big deal. And also, there's bigger stuff going on in the world that we should all unite to fight. And
doesn't that sound familiar?
Yeah. So she's just trying to find other necromancers and explain to people like, hey, we're good peeps. Don't worry about it. We're not going to do anything bad to you.
Just actually, a dead body.
Yeah, actually, we want to help in this war. Let's fight together. I really enjoyed the art in it. It's definitely one of those ones that I hope to not take a minute to skim it and really just sit there and fully embrace the whole story, because I feel like there might be little things and nuances that I missed. But yeah, I really enjoyed it though. And it's really pretty. It reminds me of something, I can't remember what.
Okay.
The art reminds me of something, but I can't place it.
On the cover?
No, the art on the cover is, I would say, different.
Oh, okay.
The art inside the book, I would say, is a little bit more cartoony.
Was that the one that we were talking about? It kind of reminded me of, was it Buffy?
Yeah. But I feel like it's something that I watched, not something that I read.
There was another show that I talked about, wasn't there?
Was it Vox?
Yes! That was the art style that it has, is the Vox Machina. Words are hard.
Yeah.
Words are hard. Speaking of words, don't forget to put that hashtag CommunityEXP for the giveaway that we're probably going to be doing here in a little bit. On this show, we do have a giveaway of a CGC book. All right, we need this one. So this is Static Shadows of Dakota #1. Our store ran out of the cover. All I have is this really awesome cover. So this is not a proper #1, I want to say. This was more like what they did was they had Static season 1, and then they had Static. It was another title under it. I don't remember what it was. This is set as kind of like a third story arc. This is after their whole Big Bang thing that happened. And so Static's out here, just being a kid like he is. And then all of a sudden there's these people. So a whole generation of people were born as bang babies. During the Big Bang, they had story arc. And so they have bang babies. And they have, shut up.
Oh no. Continue.
Okay.
We got to get through.
Yes, I know. So the way that you can tell is they actually have a different eyes. They look like ours, except for it's got an extra ring in it.
Yep.
And some of them have black around it instead of where white is around what is that called? I don't know what that's called. So that's the only way you can really tell the difference between bang babies and not bang babies. And so people are actually going around and taking them, kidnapping them. And one of the things that kind of broke my heart is they're just children. They're just young, not young, but 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, a good that age group of kids that are just being taken off the streets because they were born when they were born. And that breaks my heart. I'm like, dude, they're kids. Leave them alone. I am going to chase after you. And so one of them actually gets taken, and the rest of them are kind of, not quite unalived, but severely damaged. Not the children, but the people that were taking the children. And Static's just what's going on with the things? And then because his mom and his dad are always busy, like working at the hospital as either security or a doctor. I think his mom is security, his dad's the doctor. And so he goes to see his little brother, and he's like, "Oh, our parents couldn't come, but I'm proud of you." And I was like, "Oh, rude, supporting each other as brothers. I mean, adorable." And what happened during the incident comes out like about halfway through the book. During the incident of Static saving one of the Bang Bang kids, is some of them have powers they don't even know about. Like, even the kids themselves didn't know they have these powers. Like, this kid is just on the sidewalk, just hysterically, like, apologizing. He's like, "I'm so sorry. I didn't know this was happening. I just saw somebody, grab me and my sister, and I freaked out. I didn't mean to blow up that car." And you're like, "That's okay. You didn't know. You didn't hurt anybody. It's okay. You were, like, defending yourself." And, yeah, so that's what the book is going into, is exploring the Bang babies, or the Bang kids, because they're not babies anymore, of like, what kind of powers do they have? What kind of powers do they not have? What is this organization trying to take them out? And how can I take them out? Yeah. So it's really good. You should definitely pick it up.
Very nice. So I'm going to go with Rocketman and Rocketgirl. And they have rocket powers. Or powerful rockets.
Oh, okay.
So, Rocketman and Rocketgirl, it starts off with them like they bust a bank heist, and they're good guys. They're doing what they do, and then they come home after a night out, and the FBI is there, and they're like, "We know that you stole the money."
Oh,
and it's like, "What do you mean?
What money?
We know that you skimmed money off the top. We know that you did it. Don't even try to act like you didn't."
What money?
The money from the bank heist that they returned, but I guess not. So yeah, this whole thing, it's going to be them trying to exonerate their names, and also probably at some point figure out how to get different secret identities, because the FBI were just like, "Hey, we know it's you.
What?
We know that you live here and you're Rocketman and Rocketgirl.
What?
We know."
The FBI is shady, especially in the Dynamite universe.
Yeah.
It's always shady.
Yeah, and this, it appears to take place in like the 30s or 40s.
Oh.
Yeah. So,
So super shady.
yeah. It has a very, to me, it has like a kind of Rocketeer feel. But yeah.
That sounds awesome.
But yeah, I dig it.
Hey, Nick.
So yeah, they gotta exonerate their names and figure out what is happening and who took the
money.
Yeah.
Who actually took the money?
Who actually took it?
Could it have been skimmed off of before they got there to stop the heist?
They may or may not hint at who.
Oh.
But I don't want to say anymore because it's gonna be Spoilerville.
Spoilers.
But it's fun. I like it.
Okay, next. DC RWBY #2. And everybody who's watched for a little while knows I have a very small, bigger on the inside, obsession with RWBY. So at this point, the girls are taken back to the Batcave. Okay, like we've realized Batman has a semblance, which means he's getting a superpower. Batman's getting a superpower.
Nice.
Oh! And the girls, they go back to the Batcave, and they're like, "Oh, wow, you really hit the nail on the head with the whole bat thing, huh?" And he's like, "Look, I'm not actually a bat." And they're like, "We're not judging. Like, she's part cat. We have that where we're from." And he's like, "Look, I'm not part bat. I mean, okay." And so she's just like, "So where do you sleep? You don't even have a bed." And then, of course, there's Nightwing. Nightwing shows up, and he's like upside down, wrapped in his wings. Everybody starts laughing. Ha ha ha. And Batgirl is just like, "Yup, this is it." And then Alfred shows up, and he's like, "Okay, can I get anybody anything?" And like, "Oh yeah, I could use, some drinks." And he's like, "Okay, I'll be back with drinks." So Catwoman shows up, and she's like, "So you're actually part cat, Blake. I see you." And so they're just like kind of getting along on the whole cat thing. And then Alfred shows up, and he's like, "I've made this salmon with all these trimmings and deliciousness." And Blake's like, "There's no way you did that. I would have smelt that. Like, do you have a power now?" And Alfred's like, 50 arms shows up. "Obviously, I do now." He just starts like handing out everybody's like favorite drinks and foods. Yeah. And so everybody's getting like semblances, everything that's from the world of Remnant, which is where RWBY is from, is kind of leaking over into Gotham. Like all of the Grimm that are showing up are just going after the worst of the worst, because that's what they're attracted to. That's what they feed on, is despair and sadness and anger and all of the other, that side of the spectrum of emotions. And so they're just like, well, they're kind of disappearing. Where are they all going? And Batman's like, I think I know where the worst of them are. And where are we going now? Arkham Asylum. So now we're going to get to see how the bad guys over here might be getting some like of their own semblances and stuff like that. So I'm really excited. I can't wait. And why did they make Joker so pretty? Like, look at him. He's really pretty.
You gotta get over this pretty Joker.
He's not supposed to be that pretty.
It's Ruby.
Shh. Okay, what's next?
Okay, I'm gonna quick fire my last two
Okay,
books.
okay.
So, Unstoppable Doom Patrol. I enjoy this. So the Doom Patrol, they're going into Gotham on it's supposed to be a covert mission to save a metahuman, but of course they immediately run into just, oh, everything's terrible.
Yeah, that's how Doom Patrol do.
Yeah, so they have to find the metahuman and also kind of save people in Gotham. And lots of names are mentioned. People show up. So I think that they're building up to something just huge. I feel like if I say too much more, it's gonna, like, all the yay is gonna be like, it's gonna be taken away. I will say at the beginning, this is introducing Beast Girl. Who's this? So, this is a cute girl.
Aww.
But yeah, I like her. She's adorable. But yeah, so
Any relations to Beast Boy?
DC. Yeah, so. Oh yeah, duh, I'm dumb.
No, you just had to blink out.
We
read a lot of books.
My brain was thinking Nightcrawler.
Okay.
That's what the problem was. But I don't know. And then Local Man number 2. So Local Man Jack, he's a fired superhero, not retired, fired.
Oh.
And now in this issue, he's suspected of a crime.
Rude.
Which he's not even allowed to talk. He's not even supposed to talk to the police because it's against, like, being a fired superhero because you're helping police. You're helping people. But at least one person in the town is like, hey, I think you're actually a good dude, and you know what? I'm okay with you. And then they kind of hint to why he got fired, and I'm kind of excited to see that develop.
Oh.
And to see him, he's like, you know what? Forget it. I am helping people. I'm doing it.
Yeah.
And this is another issue where if you turn the comic upside down and to the back, then it's got another comic. But it's like him as a superhero.
Oh.
So you see, like, the past.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah, no, I really dig it.
Okay, before we do our last book, let's go ahead and do our giveaway. Do our giveaway, please. To spin the wheel. Spin it. Spin. Who's the winner? Who is it? Edward! Yay! Nice, Edward, you are our winner. Hearts. I think, what was it? It was Stray Dogs. Dog Days #1. So you see oh gosh. There it is. There's what you won today, Edward.
Congrats, Edward.
Yay! He's one of our awesome people. Okay, now it's time for Talk the Last Book, which I have a feeling people are going to have to cut me off. So this is my favorite book of the week. This is my pick of the week. It was so good. Even Alfie looked at it and was like, it's so cute. So we have, it's Jeff, which is a land shark. We have this land shark who is living pretty much with all of Marvel. He does things like they go to the pool. Nice. Yeah. So they go to the pool and he's actually all dressed up and he has a Deadpool and Gwenpool inner tube and he takes it off to get into the pool. It was so cute. So cute. And then like everybody gets scared because he's a shark and all they see is the shark thing. And I'm like, you're in a pool and you know that there's like a puppy shark there, whatever. So later on, he's at the beach. And do you know what he does at the beach? He puts on a dolphin outfit to go swimming in so nobody would be scared of him.
Oh, was that what it was?
Yeah.
Oh, I still saw shark.
Okay, it was a dolphin outfit. Everybody thought it was a dolphin, but it was Jeff. It was Jeff. Ah, he's so cute. So this is literally, there was like a good, like at least 10 stories in this. There are no words. It's really cute. It's super adorable. It's my pick of the week. Everybody should buy it. I loved it so much. It was so adorable. There was another one where he invites Kate Bishop to his little like doggy house, right? And he gets pillows and he gets plushies. He makes a turkey. He made a whole turkey. this here baby little shark puppy made a whole turkey for her, put it in there, and she goes like looking, she's like, oh, look how cute this is. And he just like pushes her in, and he's like, haha, I'm inside now. I'm like, oh, it's so cute. And then, so another one is they were having Thanksgiving dinner, like all together, like all of the Marvel folks together having Thanksgiving dinner, and they open it up to see the big turkey. And what is it? It's Jeff taking a nap because he ate the whole turkey. It's so cute. Of course, I've also been talking about this for how long now?
Oh, a long time. When I saw it on the previews, I was like, "Oh, okay. Well, that's going straight to dinner." Obviously, I'll read everything else, I guess, and she can read Jeff.
And the art is exactly like it is on the cover too. But it's just a bunch of little 1 and 2 page like stories about Jeff. It's so adorable.
So your pick of the week is Venom, right?
No, it's Jeff. Jeff. It's Jeff.
Okay, it's Jeff.
Also, don't forget to call up your LCSs. Check out all the stuff. What show is next, Kyle?
Mint Hunter is up next.
Yes, so make sure you stick around, hit that refresh, so that way you can see Mint Hunter coming up next. And I have been... Did we have our names right this time?
I don't know.
I don't know. Our names aren't there, so I can't tell. I guess I've been Jenna. Maybe. I think I've been Jenna. We don't have a name tag, so I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think you've been Alfie.
I think I've been the acclaimed. I think I've been the acclaimed the whole time.
Can I be Big Shot then?
I guess what?
Because that was part of trivia last night.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, it was.
You're welcome.
By the way, anybody who ever asks questions about the trivia on general disorder, this is the person who does it. It's super awesome. Turtle and Scissors, your new nickname by your shirts.
Oh.
Turtle and Scissors. I see what you did there, Edward. See you when's our next show? Thursday is our next show, and we'll see you there for what's in the box, because
and then Space Cadets.
I don't know what
we got
box
2
I'm
shows
moving
on
into.
Thursday.
We do. So see you guys later. Bye.